To understand the paranormal, first we need to overcome our fear. I'm leading us on a road trip to explore the most haunted, abandoned locations in all of America. Each night we'll separate and sleep alone. The catch is, I'm the only one who knows where we're going.
Welcome back to the Jason Show at Home Edition. I'm Jace. Well, our next guests became quick family members of ours. Well, first of all, they're from Minnesota. Second of all, they're immensely talented. And third, we love them. And fourth, they have a really kicker show on the Travel Channel. Please welcome back, and we're going to introduce one by one. Please welcome back Chelsea, right there, and Dakota. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing great. So let's start with the obvious. Dakota, I want to say, congratulations, season 2, right, my friend?
Yes, we got a season 2 of Destination Fear on the Travel Channel. It was super exciting. We had to keep pretty hush-hush while we were filming all of it, but it was crazy. It was another crazy road trip with many new challenges this time.
I was going to say, if people missed the first episode when you guys were with us, can you kind of explain the premise behind Destination Fear?
Yeah, so Destination Fear is a road trip. It's like a horror road trip, but everything's real, where we are spending the night at some of the most haunted, abandoned locations in the country in one consecutive road trip. So we don't go home until the road trip is done. And one of the catches is that I'm the only one who knows where we're going. So I pick these locations, and I bring my sister Chelsea and my 2 other best friends with me on this trip.
Yeah, now, Chelsea, I have you guys side by side. Was this hard? I asked you this when you were here the first time. Was it hard to convince you to do this? And now that you lived through season 1, did you have to think about season 2?
That's great. To be quite honest with you, prior to season 1, we actually did a documentary together with a very similar dynamic. So I would say that was kind of my first yes, and that was super scary, and I didn't think I can do it. And then moving forward to season 1, still didn't think I could do it, but I'm all up for the challenge. I wouldn't have said yes to this adventure if it wasn't people who I didn't really trust.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't my brother in charge, I don't think I would have done it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And Dakota, let's talk. I want to go back and talk. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll go forward in a minute and talk about season 2. But now, because I haven't seen you guys since the success of season 1, let me ask, were you sitting there? Were you watching each episode? Were you waiting to hear from Travel Channel? I mean, and take me to the moment that you guys heard, it was going well, the ratings were good, and take me to the moment where you found out you were going to get a season 2.
Yeah, so I mean, all of season 1, one thing that's cool is I get to do the editing on the show, so I really get to see the footage. Like,
are we actually in your editing room right now? Is that what we're looking at?
I'm actually editing the finale right now.
Nice.
And it was awesome. Like, season 1 was airing. We were getting great responses on social media, but it's always hard to tell with ratings, and it was different. And all of a sudden, I wasn't expecting anything, but we got the call. Travel Channel wanted to renew us for another go, which meant only Chelsea and Tanner could really know that that's it. Like, that's all they could know. They didn't know where. Luckily for me, I have a list of locations, haunted, abandoned locations in this country like a bucket list that I made many years ago. So when it came time to picking the new trip, it was very, very easy. I mean, this one was tough. We went to some of the most terrifying places. One of them in Minnesota. That's our premiere episode, actually.
I was going to say, you, correct me if I'm wrong, but a city that we love, a city that the Jason Show airs, you go to Duluth, right, Dakota?
Yes, Duluth, Minnesota, at the No Pemming Sanatorium, deep into the woods. And this is the place.
Wait. Let me get this straight. It is, what is it? It's a sanatorium or
sanatorium. Yep.
It's a sanatorium. So there's okay. We got sanatorium, and you're telling me it's in the woods.
Yeah. So No Pemming actually means into the woods. It's Ojibwe for into the woods sanatorium, and over several thousand people died there. And it's a location like me and Chelsea and my best friends Tanner and Alex, we've been dying to explore. It's a location we've always wanted to get access to. And finally, we've heard about this our whole lives growing up in Minnesota. And so finally we got access to it. And I thought it would be like the perfect way to kick off season 2, a little go back home. We actually start the season in our childhood home, everyone meeting back up, and just then we hit the road from there.
What was your Chelsea? What was your kind of reaction when you found out that this was the selection for the season premiere?
It's such a mix of emotions because it was, like Dakota said, it was a place that, we wanted to go to our whole lives. We wanted to explore this. It was kind of like that place in Minnesota where, like, if you're into, like, going to somewhere scary, like, that was the place to go to. But not during the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this was in the middle of winter.
Yeah. So that is one thing. This road trip, the biggest challenge, the biggest difference is now we're doing it in the dead of winter. And I didn't pick locations that were warm. So we are in Minnesota, we are in Montana, we are in Wisconsin. It is freezing cold. So now we're battling the temperature too, and the weather and the Mother Nature.
Oh, we're having a little audio. You turned into a robot there for a second. Chelsea, if you want to pick that up. In the middle of the cold, what was your reaction? You're in the woods in the winter at a sanatorium. You're thinking what?
So at first I'm thinking, I'm from Minnesota. I'm a previous hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this. But then I realized really quickly that it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it just added to the fear element because not only were you worried about, like, the haunted building, but now you're worried about, like, okay, can I actually physically do this?
Yeah. Did you? Well, that brings up that brings up a really good point. Dakota, to you, did you? And I think every producer of every TV show, whether it's ours or a drama like Lost or a procedural, when you get a good first, you want to up the ante and you want to. I mean, every show wants to do better season after season.
Yes.
Did you feel that pressure?
I felt the pressure. One thing I really like about what we're doing is we're not trying to prove anything to anyone. We're not trying to prove if ghosts are real.
I love that.
And we're just going to places where there are hundreds of stories and claims, and we put those to the test. We put ourselves in those rooms. But for me, upping the ante, I definitely felt like I had to, and I wanted to. I wanted the challenges harder than we ever have. And because the timing of it in the year, it was the winter, and it was perfect. And instead of going south, I stayed north.
Yeah. Well, I usually, I've been asking folks that have been coming on the show. I usually ask this first, but I'll end the interview with this. Just on a human level, I mean, this is obviously a very challenging time for everybody. Mm-hmm. How are you doing, just personally, just as a human being? Chelsea, I'll start with you. How you doing?
Things are so different right now for everyone in their own way. But I'm a current full-time optometry student. And I'm also doing this show. I actually have the luxury of doing both, which is absolutely amazing. But it's just so different right now. I'm very blessed that, one, I can still pursue my education right now, even though it's through the computer. I feel like I'm still getting a lot out of it. And then two, I feel blessed that we were able to get the episodes that we had done already under our belt. We obviously, no one could foresee this would happen, but it just kind of worked out that we were able to do that. But again, everyone's affected, and it is weird being in the entertainment business, just like you, right? You have to get kind of creative with things.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we had a moment where we were off for about a month, and we decided that we were going to come back, and then the station decided, because all the resources obviously had to go to news gathering, but we felt like, we just want to put it out there, and because I think people need a respite. They need a show like yours where they can escape, and they need a video game or a book or a walk. So I'm glad you guys got the season in the can. Dakota, I'll end with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I mean, I'm lucky, I'm blessed that we finished filming and my job is now editing. So I am inside all day, every day anyway. But we have had family members lose businesses and it's been tough. It's been tough on everyone, but I can't really say anything. Like, I'm just blessed. I'm really blessed that I am in the situation I am.
I feel the same way. Guys, continued success. Please come back when there's a season 3. Tell everyone, when is the season 2 premiere?
Wednesday, April 29th on the Travel Channel, 10/9 Central. That's Wednesday, April 29th on the Travel Channel. Definitely don't miss it. It's the Nopeming, Minnesota episode.
That's right. Represent Minnesota, everybody. Give it up at home. I can always hear the clapping for Dakota and Chelsea. Guys, thank you so much.
And thank you.
Don't forget to support Destination Fear on Travel Channel. And I love that Dakota used to say what the old slogans back in 10/9 Central and Mountain, as they used to say. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.